Hi guys, I'm calling this new video Serve Spin Ups. I'm Jorge Capestany. This is my daughter Carly and wife Marty. So guys, we all know that when it comes to spin on the serve, a lot of people, it doesn't compute what really happens, because we know that when you reach up to the ball, you're actually going forward as if it's a tomahawk, and at the last second you hit. So if you really saw it slow motion, you would see this, the ball hits, then it moves across the strings. This is not what's happening. This is what's actually happening. The ball goes this way across the strings, and the racket ends up like that, and the ball leaves, okay? But people think spin, so intellectually, they think, well, spin, if I'm throwing this ball, I gotta come around the outside. So they try to come around the outside for spin. It doesn't work that way. So here's the best way to explain that weird phenomenon. I need you each to grab a ball, and I want you to choke up. I like this better with choke up. So if you just bat the ball up like this, you see that's pretty simple, right? So let's stop. Now what I want you to do is bat it up, but I want you to put a little cut. Put a little cut on it every single time. And you're gonna notice one thing. It'll take a few seconds for some players to get this. We're choked up, we're just doing a little quick thing here. Now here's what's important about this. Right now, what's happening, let's hold the ball, is I'm proving to the players that the racket can go one way, which is along the ground, really this way, but the ball goes the other way. That's proof of what happens up here. Your racket kind of goes this way, but the ball goes that way. And if you show them that, okay, then you can, so right now I'm kind of skimming that ball around, if this was a clock, underneath, like 6 p.m., right? So let's do some 6 p.m.s. Now here's what I want you to do. We'll spread out. Now I want you to bring that to about 3 p.m. It's not even a serve, I'm still choked up. So the only way I can do that is throw it kind of over my shoulder, and I want you just to carve it. Just total side spin. Don't even think of it as a serve. I don't care if you're going in the box, but I want you to, with that choked up grip, just carve it. But I want you to really, really carve it hard, okay? Think like that. Okay, we're just doing this from a choked up grip, and coaches that are watching and players, the reason the choke up grip helps is because it lets the racket head get through. It just makes your racket head lighter, just like choking up on a baseball bat, and it'll get through a little bit quicker. Now players, gals, so Carly, that was a lot of spin. With only a little bit, not even the full motion, let's go about half grip, halfway down the normal grip. And now instead of carving, we did 6 o'clock, right? Then we carved at 3. Now I want you to think about carving it at 1. So my toss will have to go up, but don't default to your serve. It's not a serve. I just want you to come up and just really kind of cut the ball. I want maximum RPMs. I don't care how many miles per hour I get. I just want to see how many RPMs. So right now you can see both Marty and Carly, they're getting a really good amount of spin on the ball. And this is my go-to progression to help players that don't quite understand what happens there. Okay? So now players, if I'm working with some students, and they're having a hard time getting, so let's show you what typically happens. This will be what I face. Kids out here, or adult, and they come up and they're trying to come around it with their hand. I can see that. So I get them doing this. I teach them that, hey, my racket can go one way. Okay, so then we start doing the 3 o'clock. Okay, just carve it over there, and then we'll bring it to 1. You might even end up at 12:30 if you want. But now let's go full motion. Here's the danger. As soon as you go full motion, you might default to your actual serve. Don't think of it as a serve, think of it as a total skim. You're gonna just skim the ball, maximum RPMs. Remember, revolutions per minute, more important now than miles per hour. So go ahead, we're just changing where we're skimming the ball. We started at 6, then we skimmed it at 3, now we're skimming it around 1 o'clock. Okay, so there you have it. This is a very helpful, at least for me, it has been with players that have struggled with getting spin on their serve and understanding, you know, not only the grip, but what happens with the ball. So if you're watching this anywhere else other than my blog, jorgecapestany.com, you're going to want to go over there and check this out. That's where I have all the free instruction that's really for all sorts of levels and all sorts of topics. Also on that site, you're going to see free, high definition, slow motion footage of the very best players in the world. It'll blow your mind when you see what their strokes actually look like. All right, so good luck to you on the court.